on board Airline, losing an aircraft in Luton.
There has been a real mess. There is no plane.
You tell me there's no supervisor?
Losing a supervisor in Belfast.
You're only a team leader, you're not a supervisor or a manager. I'd like to see a supervisor.
And losing the plot at 30,000 feet.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away.
There seems to be some almighty cock-up and the flight's cancelled.
It's early morning at Luton Airport and care worker Jean Heel is about to wish she hadn't got out of bed.
Yeah, I'm pretty cross because I've just been booked to the easyJet and I've been told that the flight's been cancelled.
The new winter schedules mean the flight she thought was at 12 o'clock has been replaced with another much later in the day.
And I've now got 22 kids at quite high.
easyJet insist Jean's travel agents were informed.
They should have had the emails to say that the flights had been changed and obviously in turn passed it on to you.
We're here today because we run this group for young kids who are young carers who care for someone in the family with a disability, right? And they decided a year ago, we run a club for them, that they'd like to go to Disney in Paris, and that was their wish. We said, you raise the money, you can go. And they have done everything to raise money. £12,000 these kids have raised to go to Disney. They've been super. They were, out their villages at 5 o'clock this morning to be here on time. We get here and the bloody flight's cancelled.
Jean's got to break the bad news to the children, but she has to find them first.
They were here.
Any baggage unattended. Unattended bags.
That's ridiculous. They were here. There they are.
Terminal building.
Listen, and listen carefully. There has been a real mess. There is no plane, right? What? The plane, I am not. The plane is now at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I know. It's a total mess and it's either easyJet's fault or it's a travel agent's fault. But it's not our fault and we've got to find something to do.
Hopefully they won't cause too much havoc. They can wander around the airport, have a look at the aircraft through the windows, and we've got arcades for them to play in, and hopefully they'll be able to entertain themselves.
On an express train to Manchester, Bristol Airport's Kelly Roberts and Debbie Hopkins are setting out on a quest for fame and fortune.
I'm really nervous. I got a real bad butterflies today.
They've been picked from hundreds of staff to audition for easyJet's first ever television advert.
It's making me feel a bit better because we're going together, so we can hold each other's hands, but no, I still feel a bit sick.
We're going to get invited to all the film premieres, get to sign my autograph. I'm going to be the new Posh and Becks.
But before the girls start putting down payments on Rolls Royces, they'll have to get past the casting agents.
I'm really starting to feel nervous now.
Fantastic, there we go.
And they soon find they're not the only pretty faces from easyJet hoping to be set for stardom today. Over 30 staff have been called in for auditions and only 2 will get through.
It's an easyJet commercial for TV, yeah. And we're going to fit as many people as we can into the category as we can of the scripts that there are, yeah? Anybody want to volunteer to be first?
With no volunteers, Debbie finds herself first to take the plunge.
It's just absolutely hopeless.
Stranded at Luton, care worker Jean's charges are still a long way from the innocent fun of Euro Disney. The day ruined, Jean turns her fire on easyJet to find out who's to blame.
And this is the travel agent's instructions, is you need to give me evidence of your
That's
mistake.
what easyJet can do. They can send it to you via post or even email. If you're able to give them an email, then they have to do it that way.
You've got the internet.
We don't, as I say,
got
we've
the internet.
We don't. None of these are able to log
Well,
onto
it's a
the
very good
internet.
system for keeping you out the way of the fire, isn't it?
It's the customer service department. If
No,
everyone else
it's really
tries
rubbish.
to get involved with that.
Absolutely. Yeah, but I'm not asking you to get involved. I'm asking you to notify them that
Yeah, but
easyJet
as I say,
has
they
made
should
a
be able to
total
see that
mess
for
because there's nothing that's gone to our travel agent.
I completely understand what you're saying, madame.
So that is easyJet's fault?
Yes.
If you're their customer representative, you could tell them that on our behalf.
But they can see that
But
on
you're
their
not
own.
representing anyone.
No, we're just helping the day-to-day
No, well, you're not
flights,
helping,
madame.
are you?
In Manchester, casting agent Michael Jackson is auditioning easyJet's Debbie Hopkins, along with David Riot and Miguel Garcia Simonet, for the airline's first TV commercial.
That's great, guys. I'm just going to explain what I want you to try for me. I just want you to imagine that you're two guys sat in a white transit van, OK? All you're going to do is read the paper. You're just bored out your tree, yeah? Right. So what's going to happen is that a charming young lady from easyJet is going to tap on the window and say, come with me. And you're going to go, me? She's going to get me. And she's going to take you away from the very stressful position, yeah? Right, OK? It's going to work a bit like this. As she opens the door, she's going to put her hand underneath your elbow and just smile at her, bring her... Come on. That's it. Come on. She's going to take you away from all this, yeah? 2, 1, go.
Come on.
Great. Now, he's just had to climb out... I was going to say, he's just had to climb out through the window, yeah? OK.
Come with me. Come on. Come on. Come with me. I forgot to open the door again. Come with me. Come on. Come with me. Don't know. Come on.
Thank you.
I only took flipping 20 takes.
OK, you can escape. Thanks, guys. Well done.
Next, it's Kelly's turn.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I just open the door?
How are you? Sure.
Yeah, come this way. Yeah, come with me.
Well, it was nice. It was there was some almost like some affection there, which was, which was just nice and gentle and soft.
Did you forget to open the door?
I forgot to open the door loads of times, and I dragged him out, by his bicep. Come with me.
Yeah, and I did that as well. And he said, don't drag him.
No.
Both of them are good characters. The part that they will actually play in the commercial is only 3 or 4 seconds. So they've got as much chance as probably 20 or 30 of the best of the rest.
Yeah,
thanks for your time. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Safe journey home.
Back off to Bristol, Debbie and Kelly will have to wait a week to find out if they're on the stairway to the stars. Bristol Airport's used to having celebrities passing through its gates, but when 28 Ozzy Osbournes turn up at once, it's clear that all is not as it seems.
We're just off to Magaluf for a stag weekend.
Last weekend, Michelle Bartley had her belated hen night in Benidorm, 25 years after she originally got married. A week later, and her husband Jeff is checking in for his stag weekend. He and his mates are up at 5 a.m. to bring Ozmania to the Mallorcan resort of Magaluf.
You for breakfast?
I don't know, I reckon he's mad myself. Going for... You ought to see the woman he's marrying. I wouldn't marry her twice.
We're off to Magaluf to see the sea. And what do we see?
Goodbye, Bristol. Hello, Magaluf.
What's this? What's now?
I got to complete that.
The stags easily take to the rock and roll lifestyle, even though they're on a fraction of a megastar's budget.
You could tell Stelios his price is too dear.
Ooh, I love it a lot!
The Aussies are breaking aviation rules by drinking their own booze on the plane. Luckily, steward Susanna Ragg's on hand, and in no time, she's got an orderly aeroplane, and the Aussies have a brand new fan.
Well, it's quite a privilege, really. It makes our flights more interesting. They're all quite dashing as well. We've all made an effort this morning, especially with quite an early flight, so I'm quite impressed, really. Yeah. Aussie!
At Luton, art promoter Tony James has missed his flight after a brush with security.
This is the first time I've ever flown from Luton Airport, and it will be the last, and it'll be the last time I ever fly easyJet, because I just cannot believe the system that you've got here, which is terrible, absolutely terrible. We checked in, we got here, the flight is at 10 to 5, we were late, but we got here at 10 past 4, checked in, went through, huge queues in security there. We've just got through, they picked me up because they said I had a pair of nail clippers, all right, in my bag. When he got to them, he said, oh, those nail clippers are acceptable.
Well, security don't exactly ring us and say, right, we have queues at the moment.
Well, they should do, because that's completely stupid, isn't it?
Well,
isn't it? Admit it, come on. It's madness, isn't it? If you've got passengers being delayed to catch flights and security
that
don't
means
tell
security would be ringing each and every desk to say we've got queues here.
Well, why
and
don't they put an announcement out? You must
have
have a system here that lets you know if there's a problem. So, next flight to Warsaw, please. Can you make sure we're on it? I believe there's one at 7:30.
Okay, unfortunately, the next flight to Warsaw isn't until tomorrow.
Oh, you're having a laugh. It's the flight at 7:30, according to your screens. Are you sure? 7:20 to... Next flight, 7:20 to Warsaw, it says.
It says 4:50, so it'll have to be 6:50 tomorrow morning, I'm afraid.
So what do easyJet do about that?
All we do is transfer you free of charge, sir.
Right, and what about where do I stay tonight?
And that's not up to us, I'm afraid. I can give you a hotel list and all that.
Right, well, as far as I'm concerned, you've been responsible. See, the airport's been responsible for holding me up, making me late.
Security, and you should have gone through as soon as we checked in, really, because if you're here 10
Well, that's what we did. We did exactly what we were told to do.
Flying for the first time with easyJet, Mr. James has high expectations.
Now, I'm expecting a taxi to take me somewhere, put me up for the night and bring me back here for the right time tomorrow morning. You know, that's what I would expect any carrier to be responsible for.
Jeff Bartley's Bristol Aussie Osbornes are in Magaluf, and the oldest stag party in town is soaking up the sun.
Well, it's my stag weekend, which I don't feel I really had one the first time round when I married my wife 25 years ago. So we're doing it again, reconfirming our vows. We done a quickie sort of wedding the first time round. We just done it on a shoestring, and she didn't get married in white. That's the main thing. She didn't get married in her dress, her wedding dress. This time she is.
They've had 4 brilliant kids and they got 5 nice grandchildren, and they just must love each other because, well, who goes for it again? The same woman.
Just want to share their moment with everybody else.
Jeff's mates are determined that tonight they're going to give him a night to remember.
We feel like we would bite the head off any bat that happened to fly by. We are the Princess of Darkness.
Honestly, it never said nothing. It never said nothing about it, otherwise I would have got it, wouldn't I?
In Belfast, first-time flyer Stephen Byrne and his mother are off to London for his brother's wedding, but it's unlikely they'll be at the church on time.
As far as I was concerned, that's my ticket out of here, and that's it. Look, I didn't even look at that. Why would I want to look at it?
But do you have photographic ID?
No.
You don't have a driving licence?
I don't drive, I haven't got a passport.
We've got birth certificates, provisional driving licence, and a medical card.
I've got a bank book. I've got a bank book, a birth
We're only going to England. We're not going to Pakistan or whether all the bother is.
Unfortunately, we
Yeah, but
cannot
what we're
accept
saying is then, the ticket shouldn't have been sold to us. We've got a ticket now, and we've paid £100 for it, and they're telling us we can't travel.
Obviously, if your man would have told me about it, I would have brought it all with me.
Yes, the comments are in the booking that the policy has been explained to you.
Love, honestly, if you would have explained it, I would have brought the things to me. You never said nothing to me.
I can only go by what's in the booking, and that we have it in the comments that we have explained the policy to yourselves when you made the booking.
He's told...
The explained policy.
No, they never, love.
So, what happens now with the money that we've paid you?
What about that?
Well, I can't refund it because it's a non-refundable ticket. and I will have to give you an address where if you want a refund, you're going to have to write to them. There will be between...
So you're saying we can't fly it and we mightn't get our money back? Or
Well,
we might get our money
I
back?
will put a comment in the booking that you are telling me that none of this was explained to yourself. Then it will be, I'll give you an address to write to easyJet.
It's the first time we've flown and we didn't even know we needed photo ID, like. Surely you should have told us all that before. She said that he did, but he never. Otherwise, I would have got. Obviously, I would have got the things, wouldn't I? I wouldn't be that stupid to come out up here without it.
As night falls in Magaluf, the Princes of Darkness take to the streets.
Head turning fabulous. You're walking down the road and people's like, hello?
What's going on here?
Hello? What is it all about?
Osmania's breaking out wherever they go.
Everybody's happy with each other and everybody enjoy each other's company. We are getting on, and like this is a thing.
This
like,
is what it is.
This is the one-off.
Yeah, that's what it
and
is, yeah.
now we're never going to forget this, are we?
Do you love me? Do you love me? What's his name?
At Luton, art promoter Tony James wants easyJet to compensate him after he missed his flight. Supervisor Sam Jones has arrived to put him in the picture.
I've just rung the TDO, who's the airport duty manager, and I've just asked them if there were any problems with the queues at that time. He said, yeah, it was quite busy, but you were very late. So...
Well, it's after the horse has bolted. We've missed the flight. We're on the next flight. But what's going to happen tonight? I would expect you, having a responsibility towards your passengers, to do something for us overnight.
The responsibility ends at us transferring you onto the next flight.
So you're saying on camera you wouldn't do anything to help us, even though it
Well-
wasn't our fault that we missed the flight?
Well, that's a debate. It's up to you to make sure you get to your departure gate in plenty of time.
Right. Well, you heard it here. That's the way easyJet deal with their passengers.
And there's another surprise waiting for Mr. James in his bag of woes.
There's a £25 rescue fee
You're having a laugh.
per passenger.
They're having a laugh. Surely Mr. Stelios is having a laugh. Is that how he pays for all those Mercedes that he buys? We see running around everywhere. I think that's totally wrong. You can't say that. The airport can pay that because we were held up by the airport security.
That's what I've just been told, I'm afraid. So it's £50 for both of you.
We've done everything we can. The airport's done everything they can. They stated there weren't really any queues. Nothing that would keep them there for 20 minutes. And I think basically he's just missed the flight and it's his fault.
It says easyJet, the web's favourite airline. It doesn't say the passenger's favourite airline, does it?
I have phoned easyJet and they have said that they will not be able to allow you to travel.
Unable to get on his Belfast to London flight, Stephen Byrne has got the mother of all problems.
Try and make a refund through there.
Try and make a refund. So you sold me the ticket, and now you're refusing me to fly, and there's no guarantee that I'm going to get my money back.
Is there a supervisor in the building today?
No,
You tell me there's no supervisor
I'm
and no
a team
management.
leader. I will be
You're only a
taking
team leader, you're not a supervisor or a manager. I'd like to see a supervisor.
Well,
we were sold this ticket. Never mind that,
Haven't you got nobody covering
unfortunately.
for
We want
the
to see.
manager?
You must have
I
somebody
don't-
on.
can't both speak
They
at
just
the
want to
same
put
time.
you off. I think we should do.
You can't.
I have phoned easyJet. They
I know,
are,
but I'd like
the
to-
people that we need.
But I'd
that I
like to
need
speak to someone personal, like personally myself,
They
rather
have
than you
told-
speaking
they
for
have
me.
They have told me you need
I know,
to
but-
write into this address.
Yeah, but I'm talking about today.
In future, you want to make sure that these are not sold without ID.
Even though your
You'll
man
take
says...
the money, but you don't want to let them fly.
Sorry that it has happened, but unfortunately...
Well, your man at the desk should have told me all this before that you give me this piece of paper.
Right, well, if you could write that all in your letter to easyJet then for me, please.
So
and then they will contact us.
I'll have to write to them. You've sold me the ticket, but I've got to write to them. Okay.
Yes. OK, thank you. Now.
Thanks a lot.
It is one of the first things that passengers are asked, do you have photographic ID? They are all told when they buy tickets from the sales desk that they have to have photographic ID in the form of their passport or driving licence or citizen card.
She's telling lies. You've seen them on the television.
Your man's telling lies because he never told me the with the ID. He's the man.
That's more the
But
reason
he's not
you...
there, I can't speak to him.
Yeah, well, that's it. She should do that. She should let us know.
Magaluf, the Ozzy Osbournes are having so much fun, one of them's forgotten to pay a bar bill.
Listen. Someone got around on the last pub, we're getting paid. Someone got a big round in that and they paid for it. €3 each. It's a bar. We got the euros.
It doesn't take long to find the euros or the culprit. And as the resort's notorious bar games begin, Jeff finds that in Magaluf, it's not only Ozzy Osbourne who can belt out the hits.
3, 2, 1. Nice and quiet. Not bad at all. He knocks sketch off the seat. Right. Not bad.
And finally, what better way to thank Magaluf for its hospitality than for the wrinkly rockers to finish the evening with a free concert. Jean Hill and her young carers had a great time at Euro Disney, and easyJet has offered compensation for the delay. Tony James got to Warsaw but missed an important meeting. And bunny girl Michelle Bartley and Ozzy Osbourne Jeff renewed their vows at a ceremony in Bristol.